There was something on my mind today, and from reading the comments from the last video about rebounding and how it's helped me with the lymphatic drainage, and also it's helped me with losing some belly fat, meaning shrinking my waistline. It has done that for me in the last 6 to 8 months ago, and it is continuing to do that now that I returned back to getting in my regular fitness routine, as I had been stagnant for about a month earlier this year. And reasons why you guys already know. I need to be straight with you about rebounding. I love rebounding, and a lot of you are already doing it and been doing it way longer than I have. Really such a great added tool to your toolkit when it comes to fitness and health benefits. But if I let you believe that it's the magic bullet to fat loss after 50, I would be lying to you. So let me step back and tell you what I mean by this. There are tons of videos out there about the benefits of rebounding. And yes, I can regurgitate those points and benefits. But I want to share my real experience with you, and this is what I can do here, and also share the transitions I'm going through with menopause, and hoping at the same time that it will help you. Listen, I'm not the expert on rebounding, and I never said I was. I definitely enjoy this added exercise that I can pull out anytime because it's in the house or it's outside on my patio. These are things that I find is just accessible, so I know that I'll be consistent with something. I do Pilates, I weightlift, and that's very consistent with weightlifting. I do that at least 3 to 4 times a week. The walking is always consistent as well. I do that about 6 days a week. What I find with all the bloating, all the water retention, all those things that are happening with the symptoms of going through menopause, that rebounding is such a great partner, and it really does activate that lymphatic system, which is a huge factor when it comes to where we are in this life. I remember the time when I first hit menopause, and I think it was about at 51 and a half years old. I noticed that all the fasting I was doing wasn't working, or it was getting very difficult, or I was very highly stressed, and things that normally bother me just a little bit actually bothered me a lot as I entered into the new chapter of my life. So I know, because we have a new system now, that we have to approach everything slightly differently. And there's some things that are probably a lot more extreme about being different on the approach, whether it's my diet, whether it's sleep, because I used to get away with doing 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and now I need 7 to 8.5 hours if I can get it. I also realize that I have to cut off the eating 3 hours before I go to bed, or I don't really reap the benefits once I wake up the next day by having a flatter tummy. I also realize that the exercise has to go hand in hand with the nutrition, because I can't eat the cheeseburgers and the French fries on a daily basis like I used to. We sit at a computer all day in our business or in our jobs, and that is a killer for our health. Next thing you know, you've been sitting there for 3 hours, you haven't gone to the restroom, you haven't had a meal, skipped a meal, or something like that. So all of life challenges, different requirements of us, are just hindering our health in the long term. And longevity is what it's about. It's always being aware of the shifts in your body within. So that means you have to be in tune to it. Rebounding is another way to become more in tune to what your body requires and needs. A rebounder is a powerful tool, but it's one tool in your toolkit, right? And a tool sitting in a broken toolbox just sits. It doesn't fix anything. It just goes in the box with all the things you're already doing, right? Eating whole foods, minimizing processed foods, cutting off the eating, closing the kitchen 3 hours before you go to bed, blocking the blue lights of the screens because it brings up your cortisol levels, figuring out ways to lessen that time by living in your circadian rhythm, eating in the daytime and fasting in the night. And that's pretty simple. Now, we need to get what we need, right? And that's about checking your blood work, checking your labs and seeing where your hormone levels are, but also checking if you have some vitamin deficiencies. You see what I'm saying? There's things that need to be filled in. There's some gaps that might be missing in your daily routine that you just need to be aware of and connect with your body within. These are the things that might help you in thinking about how I go into my toolbox. We know that estrogen declines, and that means it starts to store the fat in the places that we don't want it. But rebounding really does help with not only the fat loss, but also it helps with the lymphatic drainage, so that all the other things that we're carrying that does constitute the extra weight on the weight scale is that water retention, fluids, also being backed up in the gut health. Very important to address because that affects every other organ. Also with the belly fat, that we know that high cortisol levels continue to drive that extra belly fat. I don't know why it goes there, but that's where it goes, right? No matter how much we bounce. And if you do too much, remember, you can still kick up that cortisol levels if you're doing way too much bouncing, doing too much long routines, or doing high intensity all the time. Maybe you have to back it up. I learned this the hard way because I was bouncing every day, for a while, and maybe going 20 to 30 minutes a day. And I kept wondering, why is the inflammation not coming down? And I kept noticing my stomach was still inflamed. At that time, I was having interrupted sleep, and I was sleeping like 6 hours a day for a couple of days in the week. There was the problem. There is research in the Journal of Obesity Review found that sleep deprivation in postmenopausal women directly increases visceral fat accumulation. This is independent of diet or exercise. Maybe within a few weeks you start to see a difference, but really it's a long game, and it might be months away that you really see the change. And this comes back to consistently using the tools that we have. It boosts metabolism. It really does boost your mood. You feel that pretty much immediately. Yes? Then your body will burn efficiently even when you're at rest. This is critical when menopause slows everything down. Reduces that lymphatic congestion that I mentioned before, and that is where you're decreasing that puffiness in the face and throughout your body, and that bloating look. So important, and that's my number one, my most favorite health benefit. So with that lymphatic drainage, it makes the body composition more visible, so you can actually see your muscles and the leaning out. And this happens even before the scale moves. Those pictures that I showed you, I was still the same weight, okay? You can see the difference, and that's what I mean about the difference in body composition. You don't have to make it a HIIT cardio kind of thing because we're trying to keep cortisol levels down. Maybe just doing the health bounce. You can look that up, and there's plenty of videos. I follow a few great, wonderful rebounding experts, and some are also based on their own experience, and they just learn from that. Just giving it some time and being patient and very gentle with yourself. I've hurt my foot, my ankle, because I was jumping too high when I first started out. So I still have to be mindful that I am 56. Be careful of what you're doing and just start out slow and stay slow if you need to, because you're still gonna reap the benefits. The scale is the least interesting thing to me in this journey. And once I've taken that out of the equation about how I want to look and feel, Then my stress levels came down, meaning cortisol came down. Then I started to reap the benefits and see it and appreciate it. So what I'm working on is, I'll mention it one more time, recap, protein at every meal. Muscle preservation is a non-negotiable at the age of 50 and beyond. That's why protein is so important. Whole foods is the foundation of nutrition. Hydration, huge, huge, huge. Are you getting enough water in? I have to ask myself that, because there's some days that I miss that I was getting in maybe, I don't know, 50 ounces of water, and usually I go for 80 ounces per day. When I get under that, then I see the scale is definitely not going to move, but I see in my belly that it's more extended, or I'm not be able to have smooth bowel movements. And that is really the purpose. You can hold 3 to 6 pounds alone just in your gut, in your colon. But that's where I know that the rebounding really helps with that movement. Rest and recovery, huge, huge, huge. It's the most underrated tool in our toolbox. Sleep is when your body repairs yourself the most. It regulates your hormones, decreases your cortisol, processing it correctly, and it repairs your muscles. If you're getting the poor sleep, those hormones are activated in a way that goes against you, and then you really don't eat very well that day. Menopause already disrupts the sleep, so if you don't put all the things in place to prepare for a good sleep, like taking your magnesium, maybe that's what it is, taking a good probiotic if you need that, or if you're getting it in your diet, that's just as well. Rest and recovery is your fat loss strategy, just as important as your nutrition. What I'm saying is that Rebound does work, and with consistency and doing, say, 5 to 10 minutes a day, you will reap the benefits. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying not to do too much. I know I get carried away on some days. There is a process here, and this is only one part of the tools that I have in my arsenal that I am using in conjunction as a package deal. So if you're ready to add in rebounding, in the description box, I do have a code for a discount if you like to try it out. So I like to know, what is the part that you struggle with most? Is it nutrition? Is it your rest? Is it the recovery part of it all? Or is it the consistency? Please drop a comment. And if you're a new viewer and you haven't seen my last video, I will also leave that up here. I think up here or over here. But please do check out that video about rebounding and why I'm doing it and what that looks like. I hope that if you're just passing through, that you will subscribe to the channel. And always remember, guys, you can begin again. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Just be patient. Thanks for watching. Cheers.